hot take. Are you ready to hear it?
Uh-huh.
I think pirates are bisexual.
Just all of them?
Today in this TED Talk, I will.
Once again, you're doing
Yep, I love TED
a
Talks.
thesis?
Apparently, this is my joke. This is my thing.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why. But I strongly believe it, and maybe it's just because I have bisexual thoughts while in consuming pirate media.
You're
Maybe
projecting.
yeah, I think I am. I really think I am, and I can mostly blame it on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
100%. That is where my bisexual thoughts about pirates started.
Pirates.
Maybe it was actually this thing that we're going to talk about today. But hi, you guys. Welcome to the episode. How's it going? It's weird for me to be doing the introduction.
Wow, look at her.
Hey, I am
Killing
nervous
it.
and I just started sweating.
Oh God.
oh.
The
Eddie, take the reins for a second. I need
oh
to be.
boy.
Hold the
First
wheel.
of all, I don't know how to drive boats. What's the starboard side? What's the port side?
I don't know my right from my left, so I definitely don't know it on a boat.
And I don't know if I like being on the water.
I
don't
think you
I've
hate it.
I think I've been on a ferry once, and that's kind of like a small boat that goes in one direction and then goes back the other one.
And it's usually
not-
for like cars.
Yeah,
so-
not a lot of sailing the open seas, but hey, what up, what it is, and what it do. It's Eddie. It's hashtag your boy.
Mm.
Sometimes I try, we're on YouTube now, so I'm trying to get that
No,
get those
you're our,
YouTube
you're our
introductions.
matey. You're not our
Oh.
captain today, but you are like
Dang.
I think that in
know
pirate
what?
terms, you're not even first mate today. I don't think.
Can I be like what are they called? Do they have
You
like
want, you want to
ship
be a
boys?
bridge rat? Oh,
Oh,
ew. I
that
don't want
too.
you to be a boy.
Well, I'm a little boy in this episode.
No.
I'm a
You're
tiny
like
little boy.
Flapjack.
Uh-huh. I want to be the kid that just like he swabs the poop deck. That's me.
He
I was
loves
kinda
to
here.
mop.
Oh, or can I be like a stowaway?
Ooh,
Like,
we
I'm
don't
not-
even know you're here.
Exactly. I'm hiding in the walls. I'm in the
No.
floorboards, and you don't know what's
You're
going
with the
on.
rats.
That's right. Oh yeah. I'm the rat. I'm ratted up, and there's a rat in this thing, huh? Isn't there?
There is. Well,
Uh-huh.
he's a person, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's both.
Anyway, who else
But-
is on this ship?
Well, anyways,
Besides the
yeah.
little
So
boy
I'm the
hiding
stowaway,
in this.
and you don't know that I'm here.
Okay, good.
So from now on, for the rest of the episode, you don't know where my voice is coming from.
It's in the walls.
Mhm.
It's in the sails.
It's in the walls, and funny enough, I'm a little rat boy, but I've got a cat here with me.
Meow meow.
Is he the first mate?
No.
Or is he second mate?
We'll go second mate, I think.
Okay, well, second mate, he's just a boat cat.
He could just be the boat cat.
Boat cat, his name
He's
Buddy.
supposed to be taking care of those rats. He's not doing
Wait,
a good
I
job.
can be Spike.
You could be a dog, but then I
wanna
have
be
to be
Spike.
captain, and I don't want that
Well,
responsibility.
you're gonna
God
make. Anyways,
Damn it.
I'll be Spike. Kayla is Sinbad, and Eddie is Marina.
rat.
Slay!
I want to be rat.
He wants to be rat. He wants to be like one of the 4 or 5 people of color in this movie.
right. That's exactly right. But
Fantastic.
anyways, moving away from this extended metaphor that's losing meaning here. We've got Buddy.
Yep.
He's 2 of 4 today, so we're at 50%. Now 3 of 4, of course, she's taken the. I wanted to say reins, but that's wrong. She's taking the wheel. She's steering the ship, unless she wants to hand it over to the 4th person here. But the 3rd person here is Kayla, of course.
Hi guys. How's it going?
And I will let her introduce our guest today because
Hooray!
it's a momentous occasion here on Sho-Dependent
Ooh.
Podcast because obviously we've had friends of the podcast. Our friends are our family, of course, but in this case, the family member that we have is actually blood related
Wow.
to Kayla herself. So it's our first
Yay!
capital F
Familial.
family member here on
Blood
the
related.
podcast. Mhm.
Hey, we live by Olive Garden rules. When you're here, you are family.
That's
So-
right. So, gorgeous,
But
who do we have
yes.
here today?
Today we have the lovely, talented, younger than me, cooler than me in some regards, less cool than me in others because I am
Oh.
older. Yes, I'm
Fair.
already throwing shade. But no, my middle brother is with us today. He is a very accomplished and intelligent person. Are you technically a psychologist? What is a therapist? What are you?
Yes.
Cool, we'll go with that.
Oh no,
Absolutely.
I would say social worker, went to school for
There
psychology,
we go.
active therapist. I'm cool with
Slay.
all the
I'm an
labels.
inactive armchair therapist. So we've got lots of perspectives going on here. And yeah, so you're my brother. Welcome to the show.
Hi guys,
Did
thanks
you
Yay!
for
say
having
his
me
name?
on.
Oh,
It's
this
my
is
first
Chase.
time out here.
His name is Chase. I
Hey.
forgot. I got so excited. I forgot to say your name.
He doesn't have a name.
Chase, sometimes known as Chaser. Uh,
Oh,
yeah. I
okay.
haven't called you that in
I haven't been
years.
called that since this movie came out.
Chaser.
That
Oh
works
my
for me
gosh.
though.
Did you
Welcome.
really call him that?
Yeah.
I feel like
I
you've
called
never told me this
No,
before.
I called him Chaser, and then our youngest brother I called Travie.
Hmm.
Travieto, sometimes Travinator.
Interesting.
But this is Chaser, and we're ready to go. So, what are we going to be talking about today, Chase?
All right. So the thing that we're going to talk about today is Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas.
Oh.
I never called it that. It was always just
No.
Sinbad to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out in 2003, and the genre, it's considered a fantasy adventure animated film. It was written by John Logan, directed by Tim Johnson and Patrick Gilmore, and it's produced and distributed by DreamWorks.
You
And I
are a
didn't
DreamWorks boy.
He
I no, I
is.
loved DreamWorks when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But what I didn't realize until like this time watching it was Brad Pitt is the one who voiced Sinbad,
Sinbad.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
which connected all the dots for me.
You're like,
Um, right. And then,
mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, Michelle Pfeiffer as
Ah!
uh,
Ah! We loved
the,
her.
and she played Eris, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Catherine Zeta-Jones was Marina,
Marina.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then who was Joseph Fiennes?
So he is what I wanted to
Proteus.
say Patrocles, and that's not right.
Patroclus. No, that's a different movie. Yeah, he's
Ah,
Proteus. He's
he's
Joseph.
Oh,
Proteus.
Proteus. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
That
he's
makes sense.
actually, which is a little fun fact here,
Uh-huh.
just because of the last name, he is the brother of the guy who plays Voldemort.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Which
Interesting.
is
Ralph
why
Ray
I was
Fiennes.
like, I'm attracted to this man's voice. The character, not so much, but the man's voice I very much enjoy. So, yeah. It's a meet cute baby. It's how we met this thing.
Wake up, my beauties, rise and shine. It's a brand new day, and the mortal world is at peace. But not for long.
All right, well, back in 2003, I was 12, going on 13. I always like to make the distinction that,
Damn, he
for
was
most of the
old.
year, I know we legitimately just recorded a podcast, and I was Unc Eddie in that, and now I'm again Unc in this one because
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
was
again the
definitely
oldest.
in my advanced age at this point in time. It was in seventh grade, going on eighth grade, I believe, and it
Mm.
was still, seventh grade, eighth grade boy, still heavy into video games. There was GameCube times. Talking about Mario Kart Double Dash, Prince of Persia. Not GameCube, but Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out that year, and that's my
Mm.
favorite generation of Pokemon. So,
Dang.
big time video game memories coming out at this time. I think I maybe just got an Xbox at the end of that year or early next year.
Wow.
I
Flexing
was,
on
I
us.
know, I got to give my credentials. I was still mostly into rap, R&B, still dressing in streetwear.
Oh
And
God, not the Echo
oh,
Unlimited
I
shit again.
had the Mark Echo, had the Fat Farm, had the South Pole, all that stuff. Just and I was in puberty. So
Awkward.
Mm,
so it was that time where I was just like super into like, damn, I wish a girl liked me, but also I didn't know how to talk to girls. So just a teenage boy doing teenage stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure my life out. And I can tell you firmly, back in 2003, Sinbad was not a movie that I was probably even
No,
aware of
probably not.
because I had so many
mm.
other video game stuff going on. Probably didn't even know it came out that year. But fast forwarding to February 26, 2026,
Rare
that's
we have an actual date for a
that's
meet
right.
cute.
That's right. But it's a mere like 2 or 3 days before recording of this episode. And that is when I met this movie for the very first time. I think I had heard the name Sinbad before and was like, I know that's a movie that exists, and probably had seen the cover, maybe at like the Blockbuster
Right.
to solidify
Mm.
the young status a little bit more.
Good Lord.
But that's like all I knew of the film. And
This man operated with physical media,
I
and that's
did,
how
I
we know how
did.
old we are.
And it's
Hmm
just, I think it's one of those things where, as I've said before, and I know I'm doing a lot of talking, but it's because
He's gonna shut up soon,
this is
don't
all I
worry.
Right.
got. This is all I got. This is all
He's
I got.
blowing his load
But
real early.
but a young Eddie, kind of contrasting Chase here. A young Eddie was all I was a Disney boy, and
Hmm
to be honest, as I've said, I looked down upon the other animation studios quite a bit
He
as
poo-poos a lot.
as a young Eddie.
Valid.
So I was just like, DreamWorks, get this garbage away from me. But we're seeing it now. We'll get to it. But yeah, that's
Leave it
all I got.
there.
That's all
You're
I got.
done. Go back in the brig.
I'm going back. I'm going back in the walls.
Back in the walls. For me, and I think Chase and I are gonna have pretty similar kind of retellings about this. I know for a fact we own this on DVD,
Yep.
and we had it. I don't remember the case. I had never. I
You're
don't
gonna
think. I think we threw away the case because it was in the giant folder that held all of our DVDs.
mm-hmm.
And we put the cover
Oh my
art in the
gosh.
sleeve, and then behind that was the actual disc itself. I love that thing. I'm so excited. I want to go touch it and smell it again because it has that like distinct foam smell
Oh,
And the
mixed with the
texture on the black.
plastic. Yeah, and then like, oh, yes, delicious. But no, I remember watching this movie a lot. I don't know why, but it was a fair amount that I remember consuming this as a child. And I don't know when I don't know when we started watching it, but it was probably around the time that it came out. I don't know where this movie
No.
came from.
I don't either.
Who bought this for us? Why were
It
we
showed up.
watching it?
It just showed up in that DVD case, and then we started watching it.
I guess. Yeah, the ether said, "Here you go." But yeah, no, I remember funny rewatching it. I was like, "Holy shit, I remember all of this movie." And I
Yep.
didn't think I would. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to miss stuff." And I was like, "Oh no. It's all still here. It's all in my brain still." But yeah, what about you?
Well, I didn't realize it until watching it this time again, but I was literally 4 years old when this movie came
You
out.
were
I
little,
was no,
little.
I was a
oh God.
baby, and it didn't feel like that to me like at the time though, because I
Hmm
remember it so distinctly.
Yes.
And to your point, I feel like a big reason why like maybe we remember it so well is like we watched it for like years of our childhood though. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like I definitely
Hmm
wasn't four, like maybe I was four the first time I watched it, but I was later in childhood the
Yeah.
last time I watched it as a kid, like we
Uh-huh.
watched it a lot.
I feel like that's
Um,
something that happens is like I've talked to Eddie about this, I think maybe in previous episodes, but because we didn't grow up during like the streaming generation, we
right.
rewatched
Yeah.
movies a
Yeah,
lot
absolutely. No,
because we
definitely.
had very limited media other than going to like Hollywood Video or
Hmm.
Blockbuster to like get a new thing every once in a
No,
while as a treat.
yep. But if you owned a movie, like chances are like you rewatch that movie like plethora of times.
Hmm Absolutely.
That's how we did it back in
Um,
the day.
We did. What? Who said that? Who
Don't
said that?
worry about it.
I'm scared, Chase. I
I'm
think the
hearing the
ship is
ghosts.
haunted. All right. Well, on that note, I think we should get to know this movie a little bit more intimately. What do you say?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay. Getting to know each other. Bow.
Okay, have a seat.
Should I take off my glasses?
Oh, no, this isn't an eye test. It's a gay test.
That's so I'm gonna pop out the wall real
Oh
quick.
my God!
Hey, what's going on? How you doing? I wanna return back to that thing you
You gotta
started
stop
with.
doing that.
One of the major points that both of you put down that maybe it's just I know it's just me. It's just not a thing. And granted, I experienced this movie as a 35-year-old man
What do
who
you
Hmm.
mean?
for the very first time. and had already had all of my awakenings and know
Hmm.
what I like and all that stuff. Um, but for both of you,
Yeah.
and I know Kayla, I remember Kayla telling me this multiple times about this movie. It's just like there's baddies all around. There's just like
Hmm.
everyone's a baddie. The dudes are hot, the women are hot. And
Hmm.
so I would just love for you both to explain this to, to everyone.
Hmm. The girls who get it. And and the ones who don't are Eddie.
And the Eddie is back in the walls.
Oh, Chase, tell us what are
Okay,
initial feelings about the badness in this?
so you know that intro scene, like literally the beginning of the movie, where like
Yes.
Eris like has her like monsters around her, and
Yes.
like the way her hair flows
Mm-hmm.
is like this,
Mm-hmm.
dude. She just owns it, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like Eris is so fine.
I
She is
know.
so fine
I know.
and bad. Oh my
She's
God.
so bad in like the literal sense too, because she's low-key evil.
Yes.
But like,
Yes.
I distinctly remember being like, is this what sexy is? Like at a young age, I was like, I think she's sexy. I think that she is this word. And I love
Mm-hmm.
that for her. And like, I was thinking about it because I was like, upon this rewatch, she is very sexual, but
Yes.
she's not like, we don't see like tits and ass, but like the way she like
No.
carries herself and like you said, the hair movement, something about that, I was just
Mm-hmm.
like,
Her nails.
fucking hell, her hand
Uh,
shape. I don't know. It's like very feminine and dangerous and just like
yes.
I love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I love it. Um, but yeah, I just remember distinctly thinking like this is what hot is, and I don't know why I feel this way, but this is hot. Uh,
So to Eddie's point, it started with Eris, but then like literally like it felt like almost every character was just like
I
so hot, bro.
know. I
I just
agree. I agree.
that was a major theme of this movie for me was
Uh-huh.
just this is a sexy movie.
That's what I'm saying. Why is it
Yes.
so sexy?
I
I don't.
know for a kids movie, like it's insane.
I agree. And I don't I mean, upon rewatch, there is like some adult humor in this
Yeah.
movie, like quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Sinbad's like telling the story of when he meets Proteus and he's like, "Oh, I had a sword here," and he's like, "Pickles
Yep.
and eggs" when he points to his penis. And I was like, "That's very
Oh
funny.
yeah.
I
Mhm.
enjoy that." Yes, but okay. So we talked about Eris. I think we should talk about Sinbad next. That's what makes sense to me.
Sinbad the
Oh.
Pit.
The pit, Brad Pitt.
He's
We are
pitted.
pitted.
And he's a bad boy,
Hmm.
but Brad Pitt's always been like a bad boy, right?
Yeah, he is.
And he owned it well in this movie, in my
I
opinion.
know, and it's very strange because I feel like it should be brought up now that Sinbad is historically Arabic.
Oh yeah, you're throwing that in there, huh? Yeah, and I mean this is kind of something
Um,
that Chase, you were saying before we started, is I was very confused, so I agree with you on that point. I was
mhm.
like, okay, Sinbad I know is not like Greek or anything, but they were
Yeah.
doing like Greek gods and stuff, and I was like,
Mhm.
what? What mythology are we even doing
I
here?
have
And like,
no
what is going
idea.
Hmm.
on?
Yeah, they
So
kind of mixed it.
yeah, it's a little strange that the way they did that. It's just, we gotta say it. Gotta say it. It's just a
Mhm.
classic case of like Hollywood doing a little bit of a whitewash. We
Mhm.
got Arabic, and it's funny. I'll connect it to Prince of Persia, the video game franchise that I loved back when this movie came out. That
Mhm.
eventually, when it got its own movie, we
Also
had Jake
whitewashed.
Gyllenhaal
Yeah.
as as the Prince of Persia. So that
A
makes
very
sense.
non-Persian person.
Yeah. So it's been happening for a long time, but
Mm-mm.
it happened in this one, and it's just kind of weird. It was a topic of discussion for people when it came out in 2003. They were
Hmm.
like, "Huh, pretty sure Sinbad is Arabic, so
This is
what
weird.
happened here?"
Meanwhile, Sinbad is like just a hot Chad, essentially. I don't know if it's necessarily Chad energy. I guess it's just like your generic bad boy. Would you
He's
agree,
such a
Chase?
bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sinbad's a bad boy. And, you know, like, I don't know. 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 Like Marina.
He just bit his lip, guys.
Oh.
My
You don't
God.
get that through audio.
No, you don't. You
Because the
Marina.
tension, Marina, the
Mm-hmm.
tension between like Sinbad and Marina
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
like palpable. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, like skipping it forward a little bit in the movie,
Yeah.
the scene when they're at the bottom of the boat and like Marina snuck on, and then they're
Yes.
together,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
alone for the first time in the movie. I was feeling things, bro, and like I couldn't believe I was watching a child's movie. Like I was like, what is going on?
I'm
Because
like,
you
they're
don't
gonna
pick up on
fuck.
that when you're little. Like that was the
uh,
adult like uh I didn't catch on to like any of that. As obviously it was like, oh, they have crushes on each other.
mm-hmm.
But like as a grown man, I'm like, oh my God, like
The tension.
yeah,
It's
dude.
here.
Can I say the F word?
Oh yeah, we swear all the time.
Okay, like dude, Sinbad was giving Marina fuck eyes like hard.
Uh-huh.
Like from
Definitely.
the oh my God. With his friend's fiance.
Mm-hmm.
It always is. And this is something I
Oh,
wrote down.
Eddie is mad.
I gotta chime in. I don't know if it's mad. I'm just like kind of confused why this is a
Annoyed.
thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, why is this a trope
Mm.
in things? But I feel like it's always got to be someone's fiance, right?
Somebody's got to get
Oh,
It's always got
cucked.
to be like the main character is like, I'm not gonna have a crush on just any woman. It's got to be my
Mm-hmm.
best friend's fiance or my brother's fiance. Either way, I have to like get someone else's girl. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, why are we doing this?
Because men are toxic, and it's
I
honestly
guess, I guess. And
very
it's power
engaging.
because
Mm-hmm.
Sinbad is a bad boy.
He
He
is.
can get any woman he wants, even his best friend's girl.
Yeah, Proteus is a little too.
He's a sweet boy.
He's a skinny man,
Mm.
and the girls and the guys.
He's a
I don't
soy
know.
boy, is that what you're saying?
He is a soy boy, and I don't know if that's everybody's cup of tea.
He was cool though.
He was very nice, like
yeah.
cool dude.
He's a real one.
He laid down his fucking life. He's like
Hmm
I
this. He
know.
broed
Yeah.
so hard. He said, "I'll die for you, man."
I really would
But
like to not, but
I
if I
don't
have
want to
to, I
die.
will.
Yeah, I have a different take on Proteus I want to get towards like the end.
Okay,
But
fair.
I actually yes, because I agree with Eddie. I thought he was a good guy.
No, he's a great person. He's just not
He's
as
not
attractive
hot.
to me because there's not
No,
like a
yeah,
danger
no, as far as
factor.
hot goes, mm-mm, yeah,
Boring.
no,
Boring.
not as hot as the other characters for
It's
sure.
giving Mormon missionary, and I'm not into
Yeah,
Boy.
Bleh.
it's given like
Ooh.
privileged pretty boy.
Yes, and that's never been my taste. So no.
Hmm.
Right, like I want someone with like a little grit, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. He'll open a door for you. Sinbad will push you against a door. You know?
Oh
You
my.
know?
And he does with
Uh
Marina throughout the movie.
he does.
Uh,
But speaking of Marina, let's talk about her because holy shit. Holy shit. Eddie,
body.
can you
Yeah.
say her name real quick?
The actor?
Mm-hmm.
This is actually from, do you even know where this is
I
from?
have no idea, but
That's very
Eddie, like
funny.
10 out of
I'll
10
explain it to you
times.
later.
10 out of 10 times. This is how he said her name.
Yeah, it's from a TV show, but they said Catherine Zeta-Jones.
So every time she'd pop up on screen, Eddie would just be like,
Yep. Every single
Catherine
time.
Zeta Jones. Anyway, I love her voice so much. And I think that, like, she was truly, I think, the first, with maybe the exception of like live action. I'm sure there were movies that I had seen, but I just can't think of right now, where I saw a female lead with short hair. And she
Mm.
was like the
Mm,
object of desire. And I was like,
yeah.
yes, she's not
Mm-hmm.
like most girls.
Oh,
Look at
damn.
her
Mm-mm.
with that little pixie cut. And she's like, I can sail too. And I wear pants. And I'm like, yes, I love
Mm-hmm.
this. I love this so much.
And you know, that was like another theme that I picked up on. Like we were talking a little bit about like you know, like the whitewashing and stuff.
Yeah,
And like this, they were also playing heavy on like gender roles
a
like throughout
hundred
it. And
percent.
like, but I liked because Sinbad literally told her like you don't belong on a boat,
Mm-hmm.
but then she like proceeded to like carry her own. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like
Yep.
she was very. It was almost like they were like they like she proved herself. You know what I mean? Like she
Mm-hmm.
proved herself in the role. Like she made Sinbad's like bad qualities of like how he's like treating this girl
Mm-hmm.
like the way that she had the crew's like respect for like the way
Yes.
that she was like carrying herself
Mm-hmm.
made Sinbad look like an asshole, which was like
Uh-huh.
I actually and
Mm-hmm.
uh that's what I loved about like his character development throughout it too.
Yeah.
Because
He
he's
gets
so
humbled.
he's yes, yeah.
And
That's
his worldview kind of ends up changing because
mm-hmm.
Chase, I don't know how much you know about like pirates and like sea life and stuff. I don't know how much media outside of like this and maybe
Outside
Pirates
of
of the
like
Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Treasure Planet,
Mm-hmm.
all
This, but it is like supposedly bad luck to have women on ships. It's like a
mm,
All right.
historic like precedent and like oh my God, what's the word? Superstition that like women are genuinely like not supposed to be there and they name their ships after women. Like it's like a big taboo thing to actually have a woman on board. So not only
mm,
were they like messing with gender norms in a traditional sense, but it was also breaking the norm of like ship culture, which is really
interesting.
cool because that kind of goes back to my whole like TED Talk
Thesis.
idea, my thesis on why pirates give bisexual energy. Because the woman is subverting expectations on a boat and is able to occupy a masculine space while still maintaining her femininity. And I find that
Mm,
extremely attractive to be like,
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go into this unfamiliar place, and Elizabeth Swann does this in Pirates of the Caribbean, but she goes into like this uncomfortable space. She has like this the book smarts. She knows the words, she knows like the terminology, but she doesn't have the practical knowledge. And then she's
Yeah,
able to weave her way in and make herself an asset. And that is just so
right.
attractive to just see somebody prove somebody wrong because Sinbad has to eat his fucking words. And she looks so
Right.
good
A
doing
few
it.
times.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's interesting if I could again,
Yeah.
I'll
The walls keep
poke
talking.
my head down from the ceiling here because
Oh,
I'm assuming
we're
you're all
underneath.
yeah, you're in the
Okay.
cabin
We're in the
and I'm
captain's
poking.
quarters.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If I could interject, is also I think it's interesting. This is kind of something I just thought of with the conversation you're both having here. And I'm just, I'm just in the walls, just listening around and see what's going on. But I find it interesting that the crew, like Chase said, respects her
Mm-hmm.
and like they
Uh-huh.
love her because not only is it like what she's doing kind of like showing Sinbad up and showing him he's
Yeah.
not the hottest thing because obviously, they like that she's ribbing
Yeah.
him. But it's also interesting that in a lot of other media, like Pirates of the Caribbean, I
Mm-hmm.
think the crew also is like attracted to the women.
Yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
in this one, the men don't. They're like, there's
No.
like never a point where, at least to my memory, where they're like, yeah, she's hot as fuck. They're just like, she's cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
that's interesting that they did that in this because obviously Sinbad likes her, but like none of the other crew ever like crossed that line.
Mm-hmm.
So it is like it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like the thing where like yeah, they seem to truly respect her
Yeah.
versus just being like, wow, there's a hot woman on board. We should
Yeah.
try and
Well,
get on that.
I think part of the allure for me is like it's kind of a little bit of a return to like that chivalrous kind of like nature.
Mm.
That
Yep.
traditional like male female interaction where like men because the crew kind of like makes a shift. They're like, oh no, she's like somebody worthy of our respect, not only because like she's a woman and you should treat her like a lady, but also because she's like a highly capable person that
Yep.
it is able to do something that we can't because as the men on the crew, like if they were to step up to Sinbad and push up against him, they'd get fucking kicked off the ship. You can't
Right.
step up against your captain and commit mutiny like that. Like you can't put somebody in that place, but Marina is in a position of power. So she's got that like bargaining chip with the money and the status, and also her
True.
gender is kind of an advantage here
Right.
because she is kind of seen as a desirable object, but she kind of breaks that by being a hero. She saves everybody's life when they're going through um with the sirens.
Mm.
And that's really cool.
Here's another question I have.
Oh my God, the walls! They were
Just
The
gonna
walls are
start
down. The
oozing
walls are
green
glass at this
slime.
point.
You're
The
hitting
walls are
all.
glass.
No, I'm just staring
The
through.
closet is glass, and so are the walls.
You're just hitting all of like the 5 points that I wrote down, so that's why I got to interject
Good.
again. Because
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I found funny is that you said that pirates they're bi. We got
Mm-hmm.
pirates all the time, but I
Pirates.
also think in this film we have a depiction. Marina, I feel like she's straight as hell, which is
Yes, I
funny
agree.
Hmm.
because during the siren scene, sirens they're like, and I guess traditionally they go for
Uh-huh.
men and all
Yeah,
that, but you would think like women would be interested as well.
I would.
But
I would.
Marina's like, no, 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 no. I will not be tempted by these sexy ladies. I'm
Like at
These
straight.
sexy
all.
ladies
I'm
are
straight.
evil.
I'm
No,
straight
she was
AF. I'm only here
she
for
was
men.
locked in.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she's like, I gotta save these men because all the men are like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're falling
I,
off the boat.
yeah, like
Yep.
I'll die for this. And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, I ain't even tempted by the bodies of these sirens at all. I was just like, huh,
She's a
interesting.
stronger woman than me.
See, okay, this is more evidence that you should be Marina in this case, Eddie, because
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what?
That's
You're
wait,
right.
true.
wait. Oh my God, because you were like locked in, and then I'm Spike, because like obviously like the sirens like not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
that's so
That is
funny.
funny.
Oh my gosh.
how
No,
to
but
save the
I
crew.
it's very interesting because I don't know. I love the space that Marina occupies in like
Yeah,
femininity because
yeah.
she is kind of she walks that I don't know how much you learned about in school when it came to like gender analysis and like stuff, but it's always interesting because you have the oh my God, what is it called? I think it's called something along the lines of like the whore angel what is it called? My brain just
Or
threw
angel
up.
dichotomy.
Dichotomy, thank you. Whore angel dichotomy. But she operates in this middle space where she doesn't actually have to adhere to either of those roles because
Right.
she actually has autonomy. She makes these choices by herself. Proteus doesn't ask her to go save his life and make sure that Sinbad does the right thing. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm going to be the physical embodiment of a moral compass to this man and ensure that he actually does the right thing. Whether or not like things work out, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that things go according to plan. And what do you think
And
about Sinbad's morality? Do you agree with Eris? Do you think that he is heartless?
oh, we getting into
I want
this
to talk about his
now.
ego. I want to
This
hear what you're thinking from like a psychological point of view of
no,
like
because
it's
uh,
interesting.
I'm so glad that we're talking about this. I literally because I literally had to like pause the movie
Mm-hmm.
to process this because so Sinbad is really interesting in the case of like I feel like he was a really good representation of what like a self-fulfilling prophecy can be.
Mm-hmm.
Like throughout the entire movie, like literally his best friend was like playing with the idea of like, are you my friend or are you
Yeah.
just someone that was my like that was a kid and like grew up and like I don't know who you are now. So
Yeah.
like his morality was questioned from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then fast forward to the end, like when Eris like asked him that question and he
Yeah.
lied about it, like she gave him that the choice,
The
like, okay, like are
question.
you
Mm-hmm.
actually gonna go back and um save your friend, or are you gonna take this girl that is about to like confess your love for you and like go off to Fiji, like how he always wanted to? And
Mm-hmm.
he lied, and then he was like face like when him and Marina, is it Marina or Marina?
I
What are we
say
locking in?
Marina.
Okay, we'll lock in Marina. Him and Marina are on that little
Island.
island
Mm-hmm.
together. And he's like, Marina tells him, like, dude, like, she's wrong. And he
Mm-hmm.
literally tells her, like, no, this is who I am. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's like the essence of what like a self-fulfilling prophecy really is like if they think I'm bad and
Yeah.
they're gonna treat me as bad, like he's internalizing it as his
Yeah.
identity.
Hmm.
Well,
And
and I want to really quick, super fast. I'm interjecting.
go ahead.
Think about his fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
His name is
Literally.
essentially Evil McEvil Pants. His name
Right.
is Sin Bad.
Yep.
What? So yeah, he ends up like changing the narrative, which is really cool.
Well, and that was the cool that was a cool part for me. Like really driving this like point because what Marina did for him was like she honestly Marina and what's the best friend's name?
Kale?
No, the
Oh,
not
Proteus.
yes. Okay, so Marina and Proteus like they do something really interesting in that they're seeing a part of Sinbad that like he doesn't see in
Mm-hmm.
himself or like
Mm.
maybe he thought that he lost and they they were like it was so interesting because like on that island like or even before they went into Tartarus like Marina stopped Sinbad and like really try to like understand him
Mm-hmm.
like she was like what even happened between like you and your friend
Yeah.
and like she got his perspective and like when they were on the island and they got kicked out and he lied like she was like I've seen she almost like pointed out his like strengths and
Yeah.
like looked past all of his um
Shortcomings.
yeah and like
Mm-hmm.
it kind of I loved that they went from that scene after he was already defeated
Yeah.
to like he literally had the choice and he had like a fresh start of like I can become like I don't have to be this person
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, and I
Like
think that he probably, sorry, I didn't mean to cut
you're
you off.
good.
I think he probably hit that point well before they got to Tartarus. Like, looking back, I think that that decision to like genuinely like care for Marina
Hmm.
was solidified on the
With the
ice
bird.
with the bird. Cause he's
Mm.
like, technically he could have just fucking been like, one less problem, bye, and like
Right.
let her get fucking swooped, and then
Mm.
that's it. Like he doesn't have
Hmm.
to worry about being a good person and going back and doing the right thing, but he goes out of his way to climb 1,000 feet into the air to like save her,
Right. He
and
complained the whole way, but he still did
he
it.
still did it.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously he had more like, there are like selfish reasons to that because Sinbad reveals like he's actually been quote unquote like in love with her,
Yeah.
or at least
Mm.
infatuated with her
Yeah, because
for
I don't know if he
over
said
a
in
decade.
love, but
That was
it's
I
a
something.
mean, he said, I saw the most beautiful woman
yes.
I've
The most
ever
beautiful
seen,
thing.
most beautiful thing.
Mm.
um
Which was interesting. She's not an object.
I thank you,
But
honey. You
but
see
you
why I
know
married him,
but you
Chase?
know what I think
Good
is
egg.
very funny is
Eddie's for the girls.
oh I try to be. But I was also like after he said that and he was like I had to leave. I
Hmm.
was like, this man Sean Kingston? He saw a woman who was so beautiful. He was like, I gotta kill
I
myself,
gotta kill myself.
or at the very least, I
Right.
gotta run away from this woman because
Hmm.
she's just so beautiful. I was
Yeah.
just like, what a
Hmm.
guy.
I think that's like the appeal. That's like, I think why it's a trope is because it's tragic. Because it goes back into that thing of, Eddie, you always talk about like how unrequited love or unreciprocated love is just so heart-wrenching. And so
Hmm.
Sinbad didn't want to ruin this thing for his friend.
Yeah,
Hmm.
And that's why he distanced himself,
that's true. I
which
Yeah.
mean,
is
yeah, there are those glimpses of obviously. I mean, like you both said, it's like Sinbad is a good guy. He's just, he's been forced to live this life and
mhm.
live a certain way, and then it's not until other people thrust like
Mhm.
in a way his greatness upon himself
Yeah.
that he's able to again sort of realize who he is and what ideals he actually does have. Because I think it is interesting because they raise the question in the movie of like, was Sinbad really lying when he said he would go, but he
Mm.
wouldn't? Because then he ultimately did. So it's like,
Well, and that's where we get.
Was Eris just lying to him and said like, no, you're lying, you won't actually go to try and stop him from going back. So he like in a way
Yeah,
defied fate or made fate himself because he chose to like maybe change his fate and actually go, even though he didn't want to. I don't know. It's getting a little lengthy, but you see what I'm saying? It's like,
yes.
did he actually lie to her, or was he telling the truth and she just lied to him?
Well, and to
Hmm.
me, I would say in the moment that Eris gave him that choice, I do like the way that I interpreted it with the writers was like it felt like he did actually lie.
I
And like
agree.
I felt and like I feel like Eris was almost like his conscious like
Mm,
again if he's self-identified with this
Hmm.
idea that he's like a bad person, even if there's parts of him that like he wants to do good and he
Yeah.
wants to do the right thing, ultimately like he was defeated on that island because he was
mm,
like this is who I am and like nothing's going to change
Hmm.
it. And
mm,
that's why I thought it was so cool that um like again like Marino really like pulled this dude out of like
Hmm.
in my opinion I feel like she saved him.
I agree.
He might have saved her from that bird, but like she saved him in the sense of like he could have. I think that moment that he saw his friend go on the boat or whatever with this woman, like he thought he was gonna live his whole life a certain way, and then like she showed him like no, like you can make another choice.
Hmm.
And
mm,
so that's why Eris was pissed because she's like, dude, like
My plan.
you yes, but he got the support that he needed.
Hmm.
Like
mm,
like all the ingredients were there to like have him make the ultimate choice of like no, I'm gonna do the right thing.
Hmm.
right. Yeah, it's also kind of like, and obviously I know that like the plot demands this. It's
Oh
just
God,
funny
yeah.
because there's always a thing that happens. You know, sometimes in films, I'm like, why did these characters do this? I'm thinking, like, in my mind watching this, I was like, why did she even do any of this plan? You know, like Eris, like
She's an
Uh
all
she
powerful God.
she had an all
What's going
powerful, you
on?
know, like she if she never needed Sinbad because she didn't need him, she went in and like stole the
no.
thing herself.
Oh
And
my
then,
gosh, the
but I'm
plot
like,
holes were driving me nuts.
she's just doing it for the love of the game, I think. She
She
just loves
loves
Yeah,
chaos.
spread
chaos.
She's like,
chaos.
I'm bored. I got to do something. Let me mess with this guy for
Let
some
me
reason.
cosplay as this hot
Right.
dude for a
Because it's
second.
like, which is also interesting. I don't know. I really love the way that she put on his skin. That was
Like
really
a suit.
cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a cool like touch, little horror vibe. But then she just like poofed out of it.
She
I was like,
poofed out.
she should have
Whatever.
peeled his skin off at the end because that would have looked cool too. But it's just funny because she does all this to set Sinbad up, but still gives him like the tools and information to defeat her.
Hmm.
Because it's like if she didn't tell him that, no one would have been able to stop her. But you know, that's show business. She loves putting on a show. She
She
was just like,
loves for the love of the game.
she was just like, you know what would be a fun little thing? What if I mess with Sinbad for a little bit, huh?
Oh my gosh.
What if I fuck this guy
yeah,
up?
literally.
Since we're talking about Eris again, Chase, do you want to talk about the bubble bath real quick?
Oh my
My
God,
God.
dude. Like, what the heck?
Mm,
Like,
mm,
it's just scene after
mm.
scene after scene of like sex. And it's
I
like,
know.
what? Like, I can't believe that this is a kid's movie.
I
Um,
know.
because I was like, see, she was naked.
I know.
She was naked, covered in
Wow.
bubbles.
I know. And then she held a bubble and turned into a fucking snow globe. And I was just like,
Oh
put me in the
yeah.
bath.
So, dude,
Just snorkeling.
She's so. Make me Cetus or whatever the fucking like squid
Oh,
monster
the weird
was.
squid thing.
Make
Yeah,
me
yeah,
him. I want to
yo,
be
the
in there.
monster. I know, and the monsters. Like, I remember because
The
obviously I was so little when this
constellations.
came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the constant. I remember that was like a big thing that I remembered. Like when I was a kid,
Yes.
was like the monsters, the bird. Like that bird was
So
so cool. Like his
cool.
talons.
Oh, they're so long and thin. I was like, those
Yeah,
things are sharp as hell. It's so
yeah,
cool. And it was
I
also like kind
know.
of cute Like when they killed him, I was like, no, let the birdie
No,
live.
don't die. You're so sexy.
That's what I'm saying. Even the bird is sexy.
Yeah.
Yes.
The little
The furries are
Phoenix.
quaking.
Right. Like and on that note, like the very interesting with like the I don't know, like the tentacle monster or
Yeah,
whatever. Um
with
okay,
Proteus and
okay.
then the shish kebabbing.
Yes,
Hmm.
like two or three parts with this. Like one, yes, the monsters are cool, but like when they like broke the ship and
Yes.
like nailed it in and
Hmm.
Sinbad started drowning, tell me why he came out of the water and like the ships were repaired. Like what is with the ships in this
It
movie,
not only
dude?
happened then, but it also happened during the siren thing. After
Yes.
Marina gets
Oh
them out
yeah.
of that shit, and then the game said, "All right, you're fine,"
Yeah, we gotta
Right.
and
reload
restore
this.
full health of the boat.
Well, they landed on the fish because tell me why when she broke it though, then it was actually broken. And then somehow they landed on the fish, and then she broke the tree, like the tree sap, and
Ugh.
then threw it on him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they went back to the ship, and it was fine.
Hmm.
And
They
then
were cool.
fast forward to Tartarus, it started flying.
Hell yeah. Which I have never seen Treasure Planet, but that scene reminded me of Treasure Planet because
Yeah,
there's like a flying pirate ship in that movie, right?
yeah, yeah. I think that's like the basis of it.
Yeah.
I only gotta watch that at Grandma and Grandpa's on VHS. Yeah, they
See, I've
always
never
had
seen it.
that on VHS.
There you go.
Um,
No, it's so the continuity errors are absolutely annoying.
yeah, I mean it's a it's like a children's movie, so like
That
I kept
doesn't mean we're dumb.
no,
Kids
but
are smart.
I kept
Nah, nah, nah,
reminding
nah.
myself of that though, because I
It's
definitely
for
wasn't thinking
kids.
about that as a kid. I was like,
No, I
oh
was just
yeah,
thinking,
they're
look at these
fine.
baddies.
No,
God, why is
that's
everybody
me
so
now.
hot? I
Yeah, this
know.
time watching it, it was I can't
Yeah.
believe it was a kids
Okay,
movie.
I need to hear your thoughts on Proteus. Why
What
did we
about
want to circle
him?
back to him? Because you said towards the end you wanted to talk about him.
Well, it was just the like it was related to like how him and like Marina like set up Sinbad to
I
like I
see.
feel like he believed in like Sinbad being a good person almost through the whole thing. He questioned it when there was evidence that like Sinbad did steal the Book of
Yeah.
Peace,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
but then he ultimately still stood by his side. And like
Yeah.
he definitely showed that like best friendship. Um which again
Friends.
right, but it blew my mind when like Sinbad's like thirsting over this because it was an arranged marriage, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Like he's thirsting over his fiance. I'm like, dude, what's happening?
That's not cool.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
Proteus is a good guy, you know?
Proteus is a
He's
good
a
yeah,
good
man.
guy, and it's
And
kind
he
of
he
was
like
a good
lived
guy.
go ahead, hun.
I was just gonna say it's just like Proteus feels like because in a lot of other stories, Proteus would be like spiteful or be upset and this or that,
Mm-hmm.
but it almost feels like Proteus like well, for one, I mean, I don't know, it just shows like how much he loves the people around him.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
he obviously loves his father and his father loves him, but he also was like, I put myself in the situation and I love Sinbad and I know Sinbad, even though Sinbad doesn't believe in himself, I believe in Sinbad and I know he
Mm-hmm.
won't let me down, even though we're not kids anymore. He still felt like that bond. And he
yeah.
obviously loves Marina because, he understood like she wanted more out of life than to be
Hmm.
with him. And when it came down to it and he realized she wasn't going to marry him, he didn't get upset. He didn't
Mm-mm.
yell or anything. He was just like, I know you want to go out and be with Sinbad, which is also wild. Because like,
Yeah.
you're going to go be with my dog over there. But he's just like, it's fine because it makes you happy. He's happy. And he's like, I'll be all right. It's just like he's the most
Hmm.
like, I don't know.
He's a stand-up guy.
He really
Yeah.
Like
is.
and he loved his city. Like he
Yeah.
loves Syracuse. Like
Mhm.
he was loyal to his family and like
Mm-hmm.
what he cared about and
He
nah, he
if
was
this
a
was
good guy.
D&D, he would straight up be a paladin. Like this man is
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
devout
Hmm.
and like just such a strong moral figure.
Right.
He just does
Hmm.
the right thing every time. And like, sure, is it the most exciting thing? Not really. Kind of boring, but very
To sit in a jail
respectable.
cell?
Do I think
I
he's
yeah,
hot? No.
no.
Did he
Oh,
have good
loser.
moral character?
Yes. I
Absolutely.
would love to have a beer with the guy. I do not want to have sex with him.
Oh boy.
Right,
So,
right.
and
Good
that's okay.
wingman.
Oh, great wingman. Accidental wingman.
Good wingman,
Uh,
good friend.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Good leader. Hey, might be the first like quote
right.
unquote good politician.
I know, dude. I was like, these politicians are great. Like they
I
love
know.
this, and like Syracuse was so beautiful, and
Mm-hmm. Okay, real quick though. They need to work on their infrastructure because you're telling me as soon as you close a book, things immediately
like
fall apart? What do
I
you
I thought the same
mean?
Bullshit.
thing.
Do we not like clean or maintain anything? We just rely on the book to do
That's
all of
it.
that for
That's
us?
it. What else do we need to do? The book's got it.
This movie has a lot of like crossover in my mind with like Atlantis and then a
Yeah,
little bit of El
yeah.
Dorado with the sexual
Ugh,
tension.
another DreamWorks.
There's a lot of sexual tension in Atlantis.
Atlantis.
I need to
Atlantis.
rewatch that one.
Woo! Milo Thatch. Now that's a soy boy I'd get down with. Uh,
Oh.
No, the white haired baddie in that goes
oh
crazy.
yeah,
I
Akita.
forgot her name.
Akita.
I
I think
think I
I
think
think
that
it's
is her
Akita.
name.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Mm.
so bad.
Anyway,
All right. Well,
I think we pretty much covered it.
we're kind of at the
Hmm.
end here. Is there anything else we want to add before we kind of start wrapping it up? Any other
Sin
major points?
bad, more like sin good.
Wow.
Mm, and
Very
bad.
nice.
And bad.
He's bad. Bad boy.
All right, let's close this show up. Oh man.
All right. Let's head on into the
Let's
DTR then.
let's DTR it.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, she dips beneath the lasers. Ooh.
I didn't write that much. I legitimately said I'm going to keep this brief and say for me, this movie was fine.
Oh, high
I
praise.
think the story was a bit generic, but
Mm,
it did have some solid, funny moments. Something that I wrote down that I'll mention here is like it did have some really good jokes, like
mm-hmm.
the one pirate guy trying to unload all his weapons and he didn't have enough time, so he had to
Yeah,
just snatch them up. That was good
that was
stuff.
good.
I really, really love the joke with like the squid monster at the beginning where that guy got eaten and then they got him out and then the guy stood up and charged at the monster again. And Sinbad said, "You got to give that guy a raise." Because I was like,
That's
"Yeah,
good.
that guy, that
Yeah.
guy's a real fighter." He's like, "This man
Mm-hmm.
almost died," and he's still
Mm-hmm.
like, "I'm getting back in there."
He
Crazy.
This
was
man has no
pissed.
fear. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "This guy's great." So it had some really solid, funny moments. I just think, and granted, I did at the beginning, I was like, "This animation looking rough." I did think it got
You,
better.
yeah,
I, in
you
fact,
really didn't
For
like
some
Eris.
reason, like the budget changed or
yeah,
something.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like the 3D, maybe it's just because the 2D 3D animation gets some time to get used to. But like I again wrote down a note about 65 minutes in, checking back in that it felt like the 2D 3D split was better near the end.
Mm-hmm.
But all that is to say, you know, I like the faith that Proteus had in Sinbad and that Sinbad made the choice to save his friend, even if it meant death. I think that's a really
Mm-hmm.
good, it's a really great story beat, especially for the character that he is. But for me, on our scale, I got to be show casual here. Not super strong feelings on either side of the scale.
Mm.
So the middle is good for me in Sinbad, The Legend of the Seven Seas.
Very good. Oh my gosh. I think that for me, considering I haven't watched this movie in many, many years, but the fact that I remembered essentially the entire film, basically word for word, I think I have to say I'm show dependent because it is baked in here. There's no taking this shit out. It is just in the lobes forever, for better or worse, because this is not a great movie. Uh, but to me, it is. Damn it, there is definitely a lot of like I said, like first sexual feelings, being like, damn, this is hot. and I don't even know what hot is yet, but I think this is it. And to this day, I think I'm still right. So I think on that premise alone, I think I gotta say I'm show dependent. What about you, Chase?
Oh, yeah, I gotta go with Eddie on this one. It was mid. But
Oh no!
what
It's fine. I don't
it's
care.
interesting though because when I was a kid, like definitely would have ranked it like show dependent, like no
Mhm.
questions asked. Um, but like if I'm reading it now, like the first half, I don't know, like it was a little bit like kiddie for me.
Well, yeah, it's a
I
kids
wasn't
movie.
right. I wasn't like, but some kids movies hold up.
Oh,
Like when Eddie
100%.
said like he's a Disney kid, like I feel like there's some really good like Disney, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the once the second half like started coming in, like I was pretty invested in like the character development and like even though it was like weird, like I kind of also really liked like the animation and the mix of the mythology. I know
Yeah.
that's definitely like the whitewash in me.
Mm-hmm.
But the like all in all though, like the plot whole just watching it as
It's
an
rough.
adult,
I get
what
it.
it was, but it was still good. Like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it. So
There you
definitely a
go.
Gooner movie as an adult, but it
Oh
was
Lord.
good.
I had fun, and I'm happy we did
Is
this.
it time to wrap it
Yeah.
up?
It's time to wrap it up.
All right, then that was that.
And this is this.
Thank you all so much for listening. If you like what you heard, well, you can do a few things. You can please follow, download, and spread the word. Leave a rating and review. Go to YouTube, subscribe, do that whole
Woohoo!
thing. You know, everything you can do that's free. It helps out a lot.
Everything
Ma-
we do is for free. We don't have a Patreon or
Thus
anything.
far, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell your landlubbers and salty. I don't know.
Oh boy.
I don't know
Salty crew.
your salty crew. That that they can find the show dependent podcast on Instagram, on
Oh, interesting.
everywhere. I don't know. Just look us up
On Apple, on
on
YouTube,
Apple.
on anywhere you listen to podcasts, any podcast app we should and shall
We're
be
there.
there. If you want to follow the podcast itself, it's at Instagram, it's on TikTok at Show Dependent Pod. That is
Mhm.
at SHO Dependent Pod.
Yep.
And before we go any further, one more thank you to our guest here
Yay!
today,
Thank
Kayla's
you.
brother.
Thank you, Chase.
Thank you guys for having me. It was
I like
good.
how
Good
you didn't
time.
call him by his name. You're like,
Well,
nope,
I knew you were
Kayla's
gonna. I knew you were
brother.
gonna say his
Kayla's
name.
brother.
Chaser.
Take it away, Penny.
Hell yeah, with the SpongeBob references.
But do you
Fantastic.
have anything to plug? Anything you'd like to say? A final word, final message here today, Chase?
No, I mean download all of your stuff. Like
Oh,
follow you on all the
wow.
socials. Like follow the podcast. I usually listen on Spotify.
Yeah, that's where I
That's
listen.
usually where I go. But yeah, just take care of yourselves. That's all I got.
Hooray.
All right, hell yeah,
Spoken
hell
like a true therapist.
Had to.
Well,
Fantastic.
for my part, if you want to follow myself, it's at Victor V Sweet on the Twitch. Right now, playing through Resident Evil Requiem. So you know, big horror guy, big Resident Evil guy, super fun, and gorgeous. Where can you be found?
You can find me drawing some pictures.
Oh
You
my!
don't have to worry what kind of pictures they are. They're just gonna be something. Might be Eris in a bubble bath. Might be something innocuous. You don't know. I'm just doing something.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
you go.
You know, I stood here with a woman once. She looked over the ocean and wished she could sail beyond the horizon. She saw such wonder.
And what happened to this woman?
She got her chance. She sailed the seas, and she fell in love.